Developed and patented by Tanknology, the VacuTech tank testing system is the world's leading underground tank testing method and has been used successfully to test more than 2 million tanks worldwide. VacuTech is certified to test tanks at virtually any product level, even with no product in the tank. An undetected leak from an underground storage tank can severely damage the environment, endanger lives and property, and turn a valuable asset into a liability. If you suspect a leak, your first priority should be to have your tanks and lines tested. In the not-so-recent past, you only had 3 basic testing options: a pressure test, a volumetric test, or a hydrostatic test, and none of them were very conclusive. But VacuTech from Tanknology is unaffected by temperature changes, dimensional changes, vapor pockets, barometric pressure, ground vibration, or a high water table. Here's how it works. An intrinsically safe electronic probe is lowered through the fill pipe into the tank, coming to rest just on the tank bottom. The probe contains a hydrophone, a pressure sensor, and a water level sensor. Signals from the probe travel up a cable to a specialized computer in the VacuTect mobile test unit. After the probe is lowered into the tank, all openings to the tank are temporarily sealed, making the system airtight. An explosion-proof vacuum pump produces a slight vacuum, enough to ensure that the entire inner surface of the tank has a negative pressure relative to the outside of the tank. This negative pressure will draw water or air into the tank through any leak or any other opening. Any air that enters below the product line will create a unique bubble signature in the tank's liquid. This generates a pulse frequency that is detected by the probe and recorded by the VacuTect technician, who is trained to recognize the bubble signatures. A leak above the product level, including in the vent, creates a distinctive hissing sound, a loss of vacuum, and constant cycling by the vacuum pump as it restores the vacuum. This is a positive indication of a leak. VacuTect identifies leaks even in tanks situated in areas with a high water table. This common condition often masks water inflow during other competitive tests when the water level is greater than the product level. Technology, offered by Tanknology, increases the sensitivity of the VacuTect water level sensor, allowing tests to be performed with as much as 3 inches of water in the tank. This saves money by eliminating the need, in many cases, to remove water from the tank prior to the test. Product lines are tested using hydrostatic pressure. Our technician calculates the volumetric leak rate and determines if the lines meet the current line testing criteria. Leak detectors may be tested as installed in the piping system. Neither line tests nor leak detector tests add to the system downtime since they are performed simultaneously with the tank test. The sounds produced during a VacuTect process are recorded and stored on a computer in the mobile testing unit. Data from the water sensor, pressure sensor, and vacuum pump are also recorded and stored. This information is transmitted electronically to our corporate office for replay and review by the quality control manager. VacuTect offers many advantages over other testing techniques. First, because it can test 2 tanks at a time, a 4-tank location can be tested in as little as 4 hours. All the while, the location can continue to sell fuel from tanks that are not being tested. Second, VacuTect is certified by third-party testing to test tanks up to 30,000 gallons with no product inside the tank. Larger tanks, up to 75,000 gallons, can be tested at levels between 60 and 95% full. Third, the test certifies the entire tank and piping system and produces a full system precision test. Fourth, VacuTech does not present the risk of creating or increasing a product release through a leakage point. For that reason, it is a more environmentally friendly technique, especially for tanks holding hazardous material. VacuTect has been used successfully by some of the most well-known companies in the world. They choose VacuTect for its worldwide service organization because it does not disrupt operations during a test, except for the tanks being tested, because it is environmentally friendly and at no risk of product release. VacuTect has proven reliable in over 2 million tests worldwide, every one of them offering immediate and conclusive results. VacuTect is accurate and cost-effective and is the most reliable means of testing underground storage tanks in the world. To find out more about VacuTect, contact Tanknology or the Tanknology licensee in your country.